Hello everyone. We're going to be talking to the Chief right now about Police Week. We're going to get his feelings about some experiences that he's had. And we're also going to remember that we need to honor our brothers and sisters and the ultimate sacrifice that so many of them have made. Chief, can we get your feelings on Memorial Week and what we as a department do to support the activities in Sacramento and in DC?
Sure. Well, the Los Angeles Police Department is all in for Memorial Week. You know, we are sending people to both events, as many as I can afford to send, and I think it's very important that we do that. You know, all of us, when we become police officers, we understand that there is danger in the profession. You know, we understand that unfortunately people that do our job lose their lives. And nobody likes that reality, but it is a reality. And we all do it for slightly different reasons, but the reason that we do it is similar to all of us, the primary reason. And that is we believe that we are part of something greater than any one person, and that if we fall, that if that most awful day comes, that we will be remembered and respected and thought of as a missing family member for eternity. And that's our contract with each other. You know, we agree that we will do everything that we can do to keep each other healthy, to keep each other safe. And we train, we practice to make sure that that happens. But in the event that it doesn't, in the event that that day comes, we make a promise to each other that we will never forget, and that we will take care of each other's families, and that we will take care of each other's memories. And that is what Memorial Week is all about, is paying tribute to those of us that have made that ultimate sacrifice. And I think when we do that, we enable all of us to continue. Because, you know, if you don't have that belief that what you do is more important than yourself, then you can't do this job.
Chief, I understand that you have a personal experience with loss of a partner. Can you talk to the department about that?
Well, just right at 40 years ago, 40 years ago this summer, when I was working in gangs in Southeast, one of my partners was in the car in front of me responding to a robbery in progress call in one of the housing developments. And as we entered the development, he was broadsided by another car on Central Avenue. The collision was so violent that the police car, at the time a 72 Matador, was spinning as I got out of my car, and you know, I had to actually wait for the car to stop spinning before I could get to Jim, and so I was able to force the door open, but you know, the best I could do was hold him while he breathed his last breath. And he was a great man, a little senior to me, training officer, and I was a P2. He seemed always bigger than life to me, you know, and so to see him lose his life and to see it in such a violent manner and to be holding him at the end, you know, had a significant impact on me and the understanding of what it means to be a cop, of how much, you know, we are risking every day. And sometimes we forget that, you know, when you do something, it becomes routine. And routine is the thing that, you know, that numbs you to the danger, right? And that brought back to me, you know, 100-fold just what it is that we do, and just how important it is that we keep each other safe as best we can. And you know, I think of Jim all the time. His picture hangs in the Southeast roll call room to this day. And every time I go in there, I look up at it, you know, and I think about him, and I remember him for the great man, great cop he was. And when it comes right down to it, that's all any of us are going to get out of life. You know, no matter if your life is cut far too short, as his was, or you make it to 100 years old. You know, what we get is the memory of what we gave. And You know, it is my desire that he will, even though his life was cut too short, that the memories that I have and that his family has and the other cops that were working with him have will keep his spirit alive forever. So I think it's especially important this month, this week, that we remember those that committed the ultimate sacrifice, that gave up so much so that the rest of the city can be safe. And so please do that. You know, when you put that ribbon on your badge, you know, that's not just an ornament. You know, that is a real piece of the history of the Los Angeles Police Department.